If you know this song, sing it. Yeah. Shawty made that ass clap, she don't need no applause. High fashion, like Goyard, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got a cold heart. I know I gotta keep my shawty on go. Yeah, drop that ass to the floor, yeah. Ah, whoa. You ain't gotta deal with none of these niggas no more. What you say? When we hop in the Benz, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my Prada, babe? And I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. And I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. And you want the shit with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you right at the top, babe. She wants your name and D-yo-yo. I'm only doing cash app, don't need. Hey, I pull up to the high rise, I'm in the fofo. Yeah, the inside's cold. If I got a feeling, I keep it inside my heart. And I keep a petty too, cause I don't do massage. You can see my diamonds even when I'm in the dark. And if you got it, you go and make it do anything you want. So you make that ass clap, you don't need no applause. High fashion, like Goyard, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you gotta. I know I gotta keep my shawty on go. Yeah, drop that ass to the floor, yeah. Ah, whoa. You ain't gotta deal with none of these niggas, no. Sing it. If we hop in the Benz, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my Prada, babe? And I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. And I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. And you want the shoe with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you right at the top, babe. Sing it. If I hit it from the back, she gon' hit the sidewalk. If she got a best friend with her, take a better mile off. Got a 5 in the morning, wildin'. And the name ain't Megan, but she a stallion. Never keep my whole divided. Remember I was pulling up in the valley. And you know I take her so when she riding. Sneakers are kids, so shawty know to drop it low like a limbo. Every time we kick it like Timber. High fashion, like Goyard, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold. But I know I gotta keep my shawty on go. Chill, drop that ass to the floor, yeah. Ah, whoa. You ain't gotta deal with none of these niggas, no. One more time. If we hop in the Benz, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my Prada, babe? And I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. And I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. And you want the shoe with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you right at the top, babe. Yeah. Make some noise for 1500 and nothing. The greatest band in the world, you dig? Yeah. Yeah.
Your boy was
There's a lot going on in the world.
I think your boy was late today, guys. Late stream today, a little late, but nothing happened on DJ, so technically everything happens for a reason, right? Nothing happened today. You know, if we were getting on at 6:30, let's see, 6:30 was like this candle. We missed like what? About 2 30-minute candles. These are the past 2 30-minute candles here. We have moved approximately about 17 pips in a non-tradable range. Nothing would have happened in this range anyways. Nothing would have happened anyways. It's fine. Going on, guys? Let's check out GJ though. Let's see, man. The elections yesterday. So, hold on. What happened this morning? I went to bed, and not sure what happened after I went to bed. So I'm about to find out. Wait, so they're gonna like probably finalize by like Friday or next 2 days, right? If I'm not wrong, that's when they're gonna finish counting.
They're still counting the ballots that came in that they weren't allowed to open up and prepare beforehand. So yeah, they're finishing up the incoming ballots and the mail-in ballots.
And it's a bit closer this time than last time. Is that why
Actually,
it's longer?
Yeah, they just got to finish up the ballots. There's a lot of mail-in ballots that were like some of the states, they require that you not open those until after you count all the like walk-in, the same day voting ballots, and the mail-in ballots are left over to be counted afterwards. So they couldn't open up hundreds of thousands of ballots until like last night and yesterday morning, and they got tens of thousands and even 500,000 and 1 million ballots to count. So it's gonna, some states like Pennsylvania said it may be like the Wednesday or Thursday, not the Wednesday, Thursday or Friday before they have a final total, because they just got to count so many ballots. So, but they're not gonna have a accurate count of who won until maybe like tomorrow or Friday. But they knew this.
I see. Yeah, guys. So there's that. But for GJ, regarding about GJ, daily candle currently is bearish. 4-hour is heavily bearish too. 4-hour actually creates some type of, I guess you can say, like resistance at this level here, and we have created resistance. Therefore, we need to create support somewhere, and that could potentially be somewhere around this right here, right? This 4-hour candle did close bearish here at resistance. This next 4-hour candle could continue to come down to Phil's wick, and then continue further down. But I believe, let's see, like small time from 1 hour 30 minutes creating a range, right? So if we're creating that range, it's definitely for us to stay on, wait for an actual breakout of the range here. So maybe, let's see, this is your resistance right here at this level, right? So draw it there. I'll probably look for buys above here, to be honest, because if we break this resistance, we're probably breaking up to this range, and the range could potentially be filled like right here, towards this area. And obviously and sells would probably be below this entire range as well. So sells probably below this area. This is where my sells would be at. Sells below there, coming down towards the next support, obviously, and that's gonna be probably down here, about 20 pip range going down. So not bad overall, not bad. So yeah, it's a pretty simple day. Obviously, just gotta wait for a breakout in this case. We have some minor news today, ADP news, but obviously you got the elections going on. Let's see gold and GJ actually. Let me check that out. Wow, gold's starting to move here today. Gold's starting to move. Yesterday should be moving very soon. I feel like they're just gonna hold. I feel like these two pairs here are just gonna hold their levels until we get a final answer from what's happening. Probably this week, later this week. So I'm thinking like if it's not today, then tomorrow we'll get a huge push, especially with the tomorrow with the interest rates for GDP. So that could probably move GJ, and it's gonna probably be a very volatile day tomorrow. Very volatile day. Yeah. Man, sorry a bit late today, guys. About an hour late today. 4 or 5 minutes, an hour. But thankfully nothing happened, right? I would have been mad if I wasn't up for 6:30 and there's a move during 6:30 and a very clean move as well. Like if this were to happen at 6:30, if I were to come to the charts like right now and see this happen on the last 30-minute count, but like wow, that's a move that I missed. But since I was not up and nothing happened, nothing happened.
You overslept?
Yep, I did not hear my alarm. I don't think I think I set my alarm for the wrong like time last night.
Yeah, it happens.
Every once in a while it happens, you know. The last one this happened
Oh.
was about I think 3 months ago. Like that.
I remember.
3 months ago, right? It was 3 months ago. So it was due to come. But it's fine.
Did you get a lot of text messages and phone calls?
Yeah. No, we saw text message. Where you at? Is there a stream today?
Don't shoot.
I'm
I
like,
figured you were you overslept or something. You might have stayed up late, and I'm like, okay, enjoy the day.
I just want to test you guys to see how you guys would done without me here. So how many trades have you guys entered today so far?
0.
Little test.
I didn't see anything on any of my charts that looked, promising, so I didn't take any trades.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like indices and metals, are just spinning their wheels. There's no. If you look at US 30, gold, NAS 100, SPX 500,
Mm-hmm.
they're all just like in a choppy range. And I've learned, don't trade those areas because you're gonna kill yourself.
Yep. Or is that a heavy resistance here for gold? Heavy resistance. If this resistance breaks, then we could see like 1924 today, right? But it's probably gonna be a late move. Hey guys, remember yesterday when I mentioned there's gonna be a late move on GJ? I wasn't lying, right? There was a late move on GJ. GJ moved at around 10 a.m. as expected, right? The move we attempted, we all stopped out, and then right after buys came out after we broke the structure. It was like around this area, somewhere around here. Where is it? Around here. Wait, was it here? Yeah, right here. No, it wasn't. Yes, it's the third, right? I'm tripping. It was around here. This is NY pre-NY after boom. This is 9 a.m. candle, 10 a.m. candle. That was a move, right? So we knew that it was gonna come. We knew that there was a late move to come, right? It's just that it's not in my trading window, so I wasn't looking for any positions after my stream. Yes, sir. I called it a day as it is after that one trade. Somebody sent Charlie. I'll check it out in a bit. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna take a piss real quick. Use the washroom.
Okay, a lot of information.
Yo. Jimbo. This man. Sleeping, bro. I'm just sleeping.
What's up?
Sleeping. chart's gonna be boring today. All the
Everybody
volume.
stayed up last night. I could tell.
No. Nah, bro. I want to sleep early, but I'm still tired.
I went to sleep early for myself. I went to bed about 11:30. That's early for me, and I was kind of struggling getting up at about 5:30.
Were you watching the elections last night?
Nah.
Yeah, and then I'm not, all kidding aside, I have hypertension, so I'm watching the race, and my heart was just beating at like a mile a second, and I was like, you know what, I need to just go lay down. And after they started talking about, it's not gonna be determined last night, I went to bed.
I was just ready for the riots.
You
People
know,
start going crazy.
Nah, actually, no, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, it was just like a nail biter, and I was like, I'm going to bed.
I don't care.
Because after they said that they won't have the results in from several states, I was like,
Until
okay,
the
yeah.
day.
Huh? So what?
Until the day.
Yeah, well, they think that, like I was telling Don earlier, one of the states, I think Pennsylvania or Wisconsin, may not have their results until Friday.
It's close. It's a close
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, so I was like,
So if
I-
Biden wins Minnesota, not Minnesota, Michigan and
Wisconsin.
most likely win the election, right?
No, it's because there's like 5 states that are still very close, and I guess if he picks up like 2 or 3 of the 5 or 6, he's gold. But right now, it's not sure.
Oh shoot! Biden
No,
is hella close.
It's
Sheesh.
but they're still all up in the air.
Yeah, it's 238 to 213. But anyways, I don't even care about politics. At the end of the day, I'm just here to look at charts. Man. So that's it.
Your state,
guys.
Georgia.
Man, wow, I'm disappointed in my state, bro. We was blue. We was blue. We was literally blue. And then it flipped, bro. Yo,
This guy.
It flipped. I'm disgusted, bro. I waited in line for the first time and voted for the first time ever. And we ran.
Well, yeah,
It's not over,
Imagine,
but it's not over yet.
imagine it has lost by 1 vote.
Well, it's actually Georgia. They have a lot of ballots that from the Atlanta area, DeKalb County, and Fulton County that have not been counted yet, and those
Disgusting,
are
bro.
historically Democratic leaning areas. So it
Like
doesn't.
Fulton County, like they had like 70,000 Democrats, and then for Republican only like 20,000. But somehow Republicans still won. I'm like,
No, it's not over with yet.
it ain't done.
They haven't. The ballots are still being counted. That's what I'm saying. Is the reason why no one is declared is because they're still counting ballots in several states. So Trump didn't win, Biden didn't win, and it's still just it's a toss-up.
Yeah, my phone's still on Do Not Disturb, bro. Because I don't care what really goes on. I just care about
I'm just excited
the
about
red
this
and blue.
afternoon.
I just want the red and blue on my freaking MC5. That's it. That's the only one I care about. The red and blue on my MC5. I don't care about the red and blue on the white man's face. We'll talk this about racing to it.
I'm
Alright,
just
guys, I
excited.
am back. How to cut you guys off?
Hold up.
Want to
What's the
check
delay on the stream?
probably I don't know, but I gotta fix it next stream tomorrow.
Yeah, because you talking, but
It's like 10 seconds if anything. It's like not too crazy.
because
but,
YouTube is. I'm looking at your face. And you weren't doing anything.
No, yeah, yeah, guys. So let me check the chart out. Let me check the chart out. Iodine buys I took from today, GJ before, that, and then that after. Okay, let me check. Sure. Let me check what you got going on here. Hey guys, by the way, if pre-NY was moving kind of bullish here, if you actually, I'm looking for buys above this resistance, obviously, right? So if that's the case, and this pre-NY count here closes bullish above its resistance here, I will enter on the NY opening, anticipating that we're going to continue up for the range here. And that's some buys I'm looking for today. With regards to this see. Did I already just copy the whole entire thing? There we go. So, price made low and closed below the previous support. Two candle closed bullish and firm support. No sells on the bullish candle. Correct. If resistance is being respected, 15-30 minute bearish candle looking for sells to test pretty slow. Nice. Yeah. So you're not in a position yet, right? You're not in yet. You're looking for a candle closed bearish here in order for you to sells coming down. Yeah. 4-hour day bearish trading idea not in trade yet. Yep. That would make sense if we actually start to close bearish somewhere. So maybe we start to close like this. So we're at resistance, right? That will confirm that we have closed bearish at resistance at the top of the range. And then therefore we'll continue back down to test the bottom of the range again. I think that'll be nice sells. Very nice sells. And then the after chart. This is what you're looking for after. Nice. Yep. You sent the chart earlier on 15. I guess 15 closed bearish somewhere at resistance. You took sells. Entered 1% risk as I moved below the body of the 15. Nice. Yep. Good sells. What was this? GJ 30-minute time frame. Okay. Oh, you gone right here. Nice. You gone around. Let's see. 3:30. So that's around right here. 3:30. Oh, nice. Yep. Exactly what we're looking for, right? You waited for price to kind of make a resistance, make a support. After making support, you wait for price to make a resistance. So that resistance was most logical level was to be right here because you have resistance there. So that's the most logical level, and then you have a bearish channel closing at resistance. You took sells coming down, anticipating that price is going to continue back down to retest the lows again. I think this is a very clean trade setup. Very clean. Yep, makes sense. I just had deja vu after make sure we were live. Yeah, I got a bit late to the stream today. It's fine. Let's see, 15-minute candle here. I closed bullish. There's no buys obviously yet, right? And I'm definitely gonna wait for a closure in this range here, above like 136, 160. Any closure above there will be a closure good for enough for us to take buy positions in. Well, obviously unless it has it has like no top wick or something. But aside from that, if it's just a regular body count closure, let's say we get something like this, you know, you can picture something like this. We can look for buys going up. And that's kind of would pipe up in the range. Right? That's what we're looking for. If we don't get a move today, guys, like especially if we don't get, if we're still stuck in this range by the NY session, like NY opening and NYC opening, which I doubt, but if that's the case, then high chance we are going to start moving tomorrow during the rate cuts at 8 AM. That's if we don't move, if we get a move here in the next like hour and a half, but might get a small move today and a bigger move tomorrow. Let's see. Or might even be priced in today. Who knows? Who knows, right? But NY is about to open up here, and that's how our focus is. Yeah, I think US30 here is pretty easy to trade as well today. Yeah, pretty much US30 here is stuck in the range here, and we might be stuck in this range until we actually get some answers. But definitely a wait for some type of closure above this area, because if we actually start to close and we start to break, like I'll say this resistance here, above here, above like 27,800 levels, then we're gonna pop up towards probably this level right here, 28,100. This is a move I'll look for if we do break above there. But if we don't, if we respect this resistance here, and we start to break like 27,198, that previous support that we created, then we're gonna fall all the way back down, coming down towards this level right there, 26,800, or even more, obviously, right? But US 30 is definitely something that I haven't been trading, so it's not really my focus. But in regards to the ranges, these are ranges I'm looking at, the levels I'm looking at. I was expecting a crazier Asian session. I mean, it wasn't that crazy, to be honest. We had this move on gold here. It came down about 300 pips, but aside from that, I mean, not much happened after that.
Like that DJ pushing retest was pretty crazy. Wait, hold on. Wait, why'd you hop on so late today, bro?
Come on, man, you're late then.
Huh?
You're
I'm
late
not
then.
late.
If you don't know why
I'm
I'm
not-
late, man, you're late to the stream. You don't know why I'm late.
Why are you
so
late?
you gotta go
Why
back
late?
and check
Why are you
why.
late?
All right, man.
Why are you
You gotta
late?
go back and check why.
Why are you
There's
late?
levels to this stuff, you know. If you're late to
Right,
me
just
being
say it.
late, then you're late. You're the one
Right.
that's late. But I'm not the one that's
Bruh.
late. I just, you know, I
Bro,
just.
just say it, bro. Why are you late, bro?
Go back and go back to when we started at 7:20, and go check why.
No. How about that? Look at that.
Don,
Yeah,
Nas 100.
yeah.
Is that a similar? Can you take a look at? Is that a similar play on the 1 second on the 30-minute as you were just showing that it went down, made a support, and coming back up?
US 30. I mean, NAS 100 here. I think it just
See how it's doing the same move?
Yeah. I
And it had a
look at the
down
hourly
wick.
here.
You had a
Wait.
down wick and it's coming back up.
What do you mean? I think like let's talk about the overall structure. What are you talking about? Like this candle? Like I don't know what you're talking about here.
I was on the 30-minute.
Okay, what about it?
Well, I was saying, you see where about 5 candles over, you have the red candle, then you have the downs, and then it makes a support, and it looks like it's coming back up off the support area.
Yeah.
That's about the same as the one you just showed previously.
Like talking about like this right here. Like look at my screen here. Are you looking?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I'm a zoom screen. All right.
Yeah.
So, like you're looking at like the support being created here to tap this resistance again. Like is that what you're asking? Like I don't know what you're asking here.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, price came up, right? Prior bullish trend, primitive resistance, then came down to find support. If I actually found support down here actually, and as I found support down here, we just made higher lows up here. It made a new support, like a newer minor support right here, and then as it made support right there, closed bullish, it took off to retest the highs again, which is this right there.
And it would have to actually close above that resistance that you have right there for it to continue up.
Yeah. If you didn't get like
Okay.
anywhere over here, then yeah, you definitely would need to wait for some type of closure above this area here, because you're
Okay,
tapping on
I'll
top of
just-
the resistance here.
I just didn't get a confirmation on my observation.
No, yeah, that's what you're asking, yeah. Yeah, 15 make a minor support right here, guys, and then should head back. Should be head up to retest the highs again. If it breaks its high here, then you can probably look at towards on NAS 100. Let's see. If it breaks this resistance, this is a pretty heavy forward resistance as well, and heavy daily resistance, so I might struggle here for a bit. But if you break this area today, then we'll pop up towards like 126. But this is probably gonna be tomorrow. To be honest.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow.
It would take a huge catalyst for it to move up that much, I think, in one day.
Yep. And that's tomorrow. Probably gonna be tomorrow. Who knows? It may
Yeah.
even come down, right? So, yeah, this is a pretty heavy resistance on NAS 100.
Thanks.
No worries. Damn. We have 6 minutes left in this hourly candle closure here. How can we close her? Let's see. Because if you think about it this way, guys, if you take a look at here at UJ here, if what we're creating here is, you can say, looking at this, if we're creating some type of support right here on GJ, right at these levels, right here, if this is your support being created, then this is your resistance being created. If you were to break this resistance, because it's like your range you're stuck in, right? Obviously in a 1 hour time frame. If you drag this all the way across, that's your support. I guess you can say this is your support, and this is like your resistance. This is overall your range. If we were to break out the range, look what happened last time price broke out a range in this area. It was this candle. The last time it broke out a range here, where did we go? To make a resistance, right? And where was that? Right here. That's why I was looking at this level from earlier. That as if you can identify this right here as your range and this as your current range, if you were to break out of this range, then we're high chance going to continue up to the next range, continue up towards 136,700 levels, 136,600 levels, and it's going to be a very nice buy for us to take going up. There might be some traffic here, but you can use these levels as your advantage. Use these levels to like look to move your stops to break even and do all that good stuff. But I think these are going to be nice buys for GJ if we do break above here. So yeah, I mean, let's see. I haven't entered any trades yet today. Nada. Big is this range? This range about 50 pips. Man, that's a huge range. Yeah. I'm probably gonna attempt a runner today, coming up towards this resistance. If I do take buys above here, a runner coming up towards till like this resistance. I'll look to maybe take partials around this area right here. That amount of resistance, that's like a good 18 pips, 19 pips on GJ. 20 pips, so not bad. I just want to vocalize how grateful I am for stream. I don't even trade GJ. It's about the sense of those are some big words there.
Come on, man, you're losing them.
Yeah, man. No worries, man. I mean, the point of streams is obviously like I've always said from day one, not for you guys to copy trades I take. So if you're generally here just for knowledge and value provided, that's all that matters. You can literally use the skills that you've learned on the streams towards any pair, anything that you like, any session that you like, right? It doesn't have to be the NY session during the times that I trade. It doesn't even have to be the trades I take, right? You can literally look at the same thing, and look at everything from the same aspect from on a different pair, on a different time frame, on any day time frame, right? So, I mean, yeah. As long as you guys are learning, that's all that matters. YouTube kicking me off of stream quality. I think Samurai, I think it's maybe due to your connection, because
No.
if the stream changes, the quality changes automatically. It's just like
Yeah.
it's gonna adapt to your connections. So if you have weak ass connections, then you're probably on 440 480p.
No, what actually
60p.
happened? What actually happened back when the pandemic first started, the lockdown? They automatically, because they announced it that when you open up, they would change the stream quality to a lower bandwidth. So because so many people are at home and watching YouTube, and you have to manually adjust the stream quality
And
to a
refresh.
higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It's just annoying, that's all.
Let's see here. 8 seconds there, and we're probably not gonna close above here. Most likely we're not, right? But if you can anticipate buys to happen here, high chance we could continue up here. So I might take a. Oh wait, we have to close there. 1 hour has closed there. Bullish. 1 hour has closed. Yeah, still can't close below. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait. Everyone get like a stronger close there. I was gonna say I was gonna think I anticipate the entry that this discount was gonna continue up here with the NY open, but probably gonna wait here for an actual closure above this resistance. Yeah. Because what we do have though in this area, if you guys take a close look at this, what we do have is we kind of do have a resistance right here at this level, right? If this is your resistance at this level, price kind of agree, because look, what's the difference between this candle right here and these wicks here? These wicks here have all came up, but all closed below the support. But this is the first candle here since the London opening that has actually closed above this area here. Closed above, right? Not wicked and then came back down and closed below. It closed above. So high chance we could get this candle here could continue to come up here. Very high chance. If you're looking to anticipate the move to play out, I mean, high chance that we could continue up here, right? Just because it's the way this candle closed there. But I think stops here are a bit big. In this case, I think stops here are about, let's see, 22 pips. Yeah, for 25. I mean, it's a pretty big stop. So if I'm looking for buys here, I'm probably gonna wait for some type of closure above this area.
Hey Don, do you not think we've had quite a few attempts now to break over that line, that level that you've drawn?
What about it?
I think that was.
Are you asking like, so what's the question?
Just saying that we've had quite a few attempts to go over that, the zone that you've drawn there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we failed on quite a number of times there. Do you not think it's struggling there? So maybe the push to the down seems better.
If I mean, yeah. I mean, we have rejected it. Like even if we do come down, either way, I'm looking for sells like below 135, 648 anyways, right? So even if it does come down, we'll probably see it come down towards the support, and then I'm kind of, cause this area is pretty choppy here, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is that tradable for me in this area. But yeah, it's either like we actually break above and close above, because if we actually close above, then we're not rejecting that area anymore, right? We're kind of breaking to that area. But if we do reject off the area, then we'll look to come back down to this support down here. Let's see here. I'm looking at this. Let's see. Let me remove this for now. I'm looking at this, and I'm kind of seeing we kind of have like some type of under 15 minute here. I guess you can see you kind of have some type of resistance right here at this level. And the price were to come down and break back into this area, you can probably look to take sells, because then you can say this is kind of like a fake out play, right? Because this kind of here, we had a range here, and then this right here, we kind of had a breakout. But if this breakout fails to hold, this support fails to hold, then we'll continue back down the range, going to this range here. So, I mean, it's not bad. This is a 15-minute time frame though. How big is this range though? Let's see. This range is about 20 pips. Not bad. Let's see how this 15 closes. If we actually close bearish here, yeah, because if the 1 hour isn't really breaking above this area here, and the 15 is kind of closing bearish here back in the range here, then high chance we could continue up here. I mean, continue back down the range to fill the entire range, and look for something like this to form, right? Yeah, essentially this can happen. Then obviously fill the range, right? And then obviously 85% chance of us in range, and then 75% chance of us continuing further down to kind of break the support. So I mean, yeah, you could attempt sells there, especially if this 15 here closes back in range. So I think that's good. Good look. Obviously, like the main sells that I'm looking for today are going to be below the support here. If you want to take anticipation, more of an anticipation entry, or of anticipating that price will break there with the NY opening, with us breaking back into the range, and you could take attempts in this area coming down towards this next support. I mean, that would make sense, right? That would make sense. Let's see, 4-hour candle is bearish. I mean, yeah, we could continue to come down here to fill the wick. We haven't filled the wick yet. We haven't really made a move for this 4-hour candle yet, and that could potentially be within this last hourly candle with the NY opening. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to come down here. I guess you can say that because if you look at this, guys, if you take a close look at this, just focus on this area right here. Don't really focus on this. This is irrelevant. Focus on this, right? If you take a look here, you have a resistance being created right here, right? And then you have a support being created right here. If this is your resistance, right? Because because like we rejected, but this is a candle that actually closed above, confirming that we have broken above this area, right? But if we're kind of coming back in the range here, after making resistance and we're starting to break this low back in the range, Then look left, you kind of have no traffic. Come down here. Your area of focus here right now is going to be this right there. So if we're breaking back into his area, high chance we're going to continue down to fill the entire range here. Very high chance. And come down towards 135, 800 here. Oh, 900, right? And this candle should be coming down here. This is now considered clean traffic coming down towards this. And we're pretty much going to mirror this move right here. Breaking back down towards the support. Yeah, this is a pretty good entry. You guys understand that breakdown, right? It's answer. Coming down here. Let's see, stops would have been about 10 pips, target would have been about around 16 pips. Not so bad. But if you want, you can wait for this 15 to close here. Because if this 15 were to close here, going back to this example, if this 15 were to actually close here, then you're going to have a resistance being created here, right? And then you have support here. Look what, if this candle were to close bearish here, look at the difference between this candle that were to close right here where it is compared to these wicks here. What does it have in common? These wicks here have all came down, but look where it closed. They all closed below, above this area. Above this area right here. Right there. Right? So, if this candle actually closes below, that indicates that that's volume, right? Because the difference between this candle right here and all these other candles right here in volume, and that's how you know when volume is going to come in off of this candle right here. So if this candle actually closes the way it does, high chance the next candle will continue down to fill this range here. So I will look for entries on the next candle coming down to that support. Yep, I think this is a good, very nice scenario you have here. Not so bad of range. Not so bad at all. And you look for subs below 135, 870 as well, coming down towards like this, because I mean the 1 hour, right? This is heavy off of the 1 hour and 4 hour. The 4 hour is bearish, and the 1 hour is bearish as well. I mean the 1 hour didn't fail kind of close above this area right here, right? So you kind of just wanna really I mean you could anticipate more sells and buys with that information that you have on a higher time frame. I mean daily is currently bearish here, right? But we haven't closed that. Let's see if we survive 4 minutes here though. Sometimes you guys just gotta look within the ranges and look within the details of what you have in the range, right? Like this right here, this information right here is very valuable, especially if we close like this. Very valuable. Like he will say, oh yeah, but we reject this area in the past, right? Yeah, we did reject this area in the past, but look what the difference is now compared to the past. This count is actually closing compared to these counts that actually closed above this line right there, making support, right? Like I said, you don't draw your support and resistance at wicks, you draw your support and resistance at bodies, right? So if you're drawing support and resistance at bodies, you understand that this right here is your range area. And if we were to break below here, we'll continue down towards the support, coming down towards this area. Look left is going to be clean traffic below the support. And you mirror that area. It's really important to pay attention to detail. Somebody sent a chat. Resistance, support respected. Wicks making higher lows. 1 hour close bullish. If this kind of respects the support or rejects it on a 30-minute, again, option for buy entry, anticipating push higher. Yep. I mean, yeah, it goes the same way for this. If we actually create, if we actually respect this level right here, then you can look to take buys going up, right? But if we actually close below, then buys are going to be invalid here, and we're going to come down. This is going to be a fake out play coming down in the range. Hey bro, can you make debit card deposits on Trisman? Yeah, you can. If you choose crypto as a country, yes you can. If you choose crypto as a country, you can make debit, wire transfer, withdrawals, whatever you want to do. Deposits, you can do crypto, whatever it is you want to do. I mean, just because it says crypto, it doesn't mean that you gotta use crypto. Literally, you can use debit, whatever you want, and you can withdraw using wire transfer. Well, ACH they call it, to your bank. It doesn't have to be debit as well. It can be whatever you want. You can message more like about Trisman about that. I'm not really well, I know that's how I know, right? But if you want more information, you can just contact Trisman help. They usually come on around 8 p.m. Eastern, and someone will take care of that for you. If you want live questions, live answers. How are we gonna close here, GJ? How are we gonna close? Again, guys, we're looking for a closure below the support here, right? We're looking for a closure below 136.20, I'll say. Oh man, this is too low of a closure for us to come down. Wow. Let's see. If it's gonna be a tough one. Stops are gonna be about 14 pips. Target's gonna be around 14 pips. Ah man. This is a little tough because now the issue you have here is you kind of have the stop loss being a bit big here, because if you were to enter a trade here, look at this, and if you were to enter right here, your stop's going to be about this 14. It's going to be a negative RR. So I think you can wait for a break of this low here and take current candles here. So like this, you can take this. I mean, I'm probably gonna stay out here just because the risk reward here is not that great, but this kind of here should be continue to come down here. If this stops, if this kind of closes a bit higher, so maybe something like this, I would probably attempt to sell this here. This has been clean sells, man. This is a very clean sell, like this, right? You can anticipate this candle is gonna continue down, but since that didn't happen, probably won't give us entries. This candle is gonna continue down here. I'm 9% confident that we're gonna continue down here. So if fake out happens, that means it has higher chance to go the opposite way of the fake out. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much all that it is like, let's say like in this case you had a resistance being created here at this level, and then you have like a support being created here at this level. It's just like when this kind of here broke above this area, above this, because this is resistance, right? But if we're breaking that resistance, let me draw it again. If we are kind of like breaking above that area, breaking above resistance, that now becomes your support, right? Especially after this kind of closes, this now becomes your support. So if this becomes your support, high chance, if price were to come down and break support, where's it going to go? It's going to come down towards the next support. And where's it going to be? Right there. That's all that is. It's just breaking back into the range, breaking support again. That's all that is. It's nothing like, I mean, we just call that fake out. Because it looks like a fake out. It looks like it's going to go up to go down. That's what it is, right? But all that is just price breaking support coming back down the range, and therefore we're gonna come down to fill the entire range. It's that simple. Yep, these were nice sells, man. man. Unfortunately, this count closed a bit too low for us, and which made stops a bit bigger. Right? It wouldn't make sense for us to enter like right here, and put stops like right here just because we want a stop loss that's smaller. It wouldn't make sense, right? It would have to logically make sense. In this case, it didn't make sense at all. We would have had to have stops up here on the previous 15-minute candle high, and targeting would have been like somewhere down here. Unless you anticipate a target coming down towards like this level at 135.637, then that's different. But I mean, if this is a fake out, then you could say that 85% chance that we're gonna fill the range here, obviously, and a 75% chance that we're gonna come down and fill this range after this support is gonna be broken here. High chance. If I was in the trade here, guys, if I was in the trade right here, what I'll do now in the situations, I'll probably look to move my stop loss from this kind of high coming down towards the support here, or pretty much break even, and then I'll let it run risk free on this trade. Wow, what a clean trade, man! What a clean trade. I think this is broken down very nicely to the T. And that's why, guys, this is so important to look at. Looking closer at detail here, looking at this wick, these wicks, and comparing it to this candle, there's a huge difference. There's a reason why this candle's gonna come down, and these candles failed to continue to come down here. We failed to reject, and we came back up. Right? There's a huge difference, and this indicates volume as well. So you don't need a volume indicator. You don't need anything telling you that trend's gonna change, this and that, right? Just literally look at it's all within the candles here. That's all that is. Everything you can possibly get in the markets is all within the candles. Why? Well, why? You gotta ask. What's the why? What? What are you asking me to why to? And there you guys have it. Our TP would have been smacked right there if this was to be a bit smaller.
So Don,
Yes.
I misunderstood you, and I took an impulse on the previous candle towards the low at 135.959, and I set my TP right about. I was setting my TP down at 135.62, 620.
Yeah.
Or do you think it could make it today?
Yeah,
Or should I take-
650. If you're anticipating that price will break the support, I mean, high chance it will, because this is a fake out play. Then we'll probably continue down towards like 135, 630 here. High chance.
Yeah, because I set the. I'm what now? I am 10 pips in profit. 12. About no, a little bit more than that. Okay, it's coming up on my TP right here. 6.5.
It should come down here. This is clean traffic coming down here. It should come down. High chance it will. Man, this is such a clean sell, man. Guys, this is just broken down perfectly to the T. And this is a bit harder for you guys to maybe recognize sometimes. But this right here was like, this is the play. This is just the play, you know. This is just the play. Very high chance of playing out here. Previous sells. What time did we call that? Around like 8:15 level? 8:15 a.m.
I got 8:20. No, not 8:20. Excuse me. 8:08.
Yo, when did you hop on? About 30 minutes ago. Hey, I'm gonna make this a clip later, guys. I'm gonna make this a clip. I'm gonna make it about understanding volume here, because people think that you need a volume indicator. Well, you don't, man. You can literally look at this This right here tells you volume right here. This right here with the 8 AM opening tells you volume right here. It's all here. Look at this. Pre and Y, pre and Y, pre and Y. 8 AM opening. This 8 AM opening. Boom. 8 AM opening done. Right? 8:15 close below the support here. Big difference from this. This count decided to dip down towards the support. We identified this as a fake out up to go down here. Right? So I mean, everything's to the T here.
Profit taken.
Yep, and there you guys have it. Shit, if you guys got in, then congrats. I mean,
Don was too busy doing burnouts in his new car to wake up early today.
Why'd you move your stop loss? Explain. The reason why you would have moved your stop loss in this case was because, if you were to look at this, because like when price, this is your pre stop loss, right? You're technically saying that price should not break this high if it wants to drive down here. But since this candle here, made a new low after it broke this low, this is your current kind of high now. This is not your high. If price were to break this, look left on this. Look left on this, and what would have happened in this area? If price were to come up and break the current kind of high again, this candle would then flip bullish. Therefore, we will continue up here, back up in the range, right? Most likely we'll continue up towards this area, right? And then eventually, high chance it will has of either 1 tapping this resistance or 2 hitting your stops in this case, right? But it wouldn't make sense for you to be holding a trade after if this goes like that. Some people say, oh, you gotta give room to breed, but it doesn't make any sense if you were to do that, because if price were to break a certain area, you understand where it's gonna go after that. So I don't really like that saying of, oh, you gotta give your room to breed, you can have a bigger stop loss, because it needs more room to come up before it comes down. But like if you understand candles and you understand structure, then that wouldn't make sense at all. You would know where it's gonna go after it breaks the high. Like person A would think, okay, that's my stop loss. If price were to hit my stop loss, then it's a day. Person B would be like, okay, it hits my stop loss, where's it gonna go after? It's gonna go towards this area, right? So there's no point of you really holding after that happens. So if you guys took sell entries, then congratulations. Congrats. The only issue I didn't take a trade here was because it didn't give me a proper 1-to-1 here. Stops were a bit bigger than, I mean, it was a 15 pip stop loss for roughly around a 14 pip gain. I mean, it's still not 1-to-1. Although it may look good, it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't enough for us to take positions on. Unless I took entries here and I put stops here and I put TP down here, then that's different. If I did this, that would be different. If I attempted this, right? But
23 pips.
Yep, about 30 pip target.
I'm saying that's what I caught.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is a very nice move, man. If you guys did take the call, please leave a like on the stream. If you guys enjoyed the breakdown, leave a like on the screen. Subscribe if you guys haven't. If you guys are new, subscribe. And you know, sorry our late stream today, but it looks like we caught up. Nothing much has happened in the morning, right? So nothing. It's all good. I'm gonna actually clip this, and I'm gonna actually use this for a post later. I'm gonna talk about volume in the candles.
M series.
Does anyone understand? Like, does anyone have any questions about the analysis right there on GJ?
So your first sign of something was gonna go down was the previous candle. I mean,
Yes.
well, 2 candles over. It didn't go. It broke back into the range. 1 candle over on the 15-minute.
this. Yeah, this. Just like looking at this
Hold on.
and
let me get
looking
back
look at my screen right here.
Yeah.
So just by looking at these candles here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 candles here. One thing they have in common. You can say, oh yeah, it's a rejection. You know, pressure's gonna reject here again because it's rejection in the past. But man, look at it. Look where this candle closed compared to this candle. This is the first candle that actually closed since the London opening below the support level, right? Because you don't draw your support and resistance at wicks, man. It's not you're gonna draw your support and resistance at these wicks here like this, right? You're drawing at the body. So if all the bodies are closing below here, and this one's actually closing below, then this is the indication that we're gonna continue to drive down here on this candle.
Yeah.
And since we identified as a fake out play, this candle here, instead of making support down here, it continued down towards this whole entire area. I guess you can say it filled the whole entire 1 hour range.
Yeah. Beautiful move. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don, for me, I was just looking, seeing that it's just failing to break up, kept on failing,
Yeah.
like you say. Yeah.
Once I see now one big, like not big, but strong, like bearish candle closer, I'm like, all right, it's gonna sell off in the next candle pretty hard.
Well, like what Sharif was saying, it couldn't break above that area where the last green candle hit, and then it came back down towards the range. And now what Don's talking about, the bottom of the candles, not the wicks, yeah, right there, the bottom of the candles, it broke below that, and it just showed that it was coming back into the range. See, that's where I took my trade, though. I thought that you were saying because it came back into the range, you could get in, but you were saying wait till the candle close and then take the trade.
Yeah.
Yep.
It worked out though. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great trade, man. It was a bit more advanced though. A lot more advanced. If you guys are new here, you guys probably don't know what the hell we're talking about, to be honest. This required a lot more experience and a lot more advanced experience, man. Because this one's just as simple as a breakout and taking a sell below a certain range. This is like anticipating the play to work out with the NY opening, with the way counts are closing, with volume coming in the range. So that's how it kind of played out. And you guys can see how I changed my entire analysis after. Instead of going from the 1 hour perspective, I went off with a 15-minute perspective after, because I realized these ranges are a bit bigger. I thought that this is a 10-pip range. I didn't count it. This is a 24. This is overall a 40-pip range here. Yeah. So that's why it was more tradable in this range. Man. Yeah.
So it's going for like 135, 300 levels now. Once the support breaks, I see.
Yeah. Now what you need now is a support to support the break here. Below 135, 638, and if you break the support, then you can look for more subs coming down towards this area here, towards like I'll say the support right there.
Like, once the support breaks, 135, 300.
135, 400, yeah.
Now, Don, let me ask you, would you have gotten out earlier, or like I got out at 7-2 whatever, but would you have gotten out prior to that or right around that same area? Because now it's still dropping.
I probably got out around this area here if I was to attempt a runner coming down towards like the support, because I did identify as a fake, right? And whenever fake outs do happen, high chance it's gonna break the support here. So like I wasn't really worried about the support, to be honest. That was just like my initial TP level. I would have got like somewhere around like 135.
Okay.
Like 700, 135, 600, around there.
Okay. Yeah, because I got out at 727. Yeah. I thought it kept pulling back. It would go down towards, and it was pulling back. So I thought it was gonna come back up into the range, top of the range. So I got out before it would hit that. I didn't want to lose profit. But now it's actually about to break through the support right here.
Yep, it should continue coming down here.
Wow, if it closes below that, it's gonna go. It's gonna die.
It's gonna continue to come down. I'd rather get, me personally, I would rather get entries here than looking for entries here. Like, even if I didn't enter, even if I didn't enter a position yet, and I'm waiting for a closure below here to look for entries, like I would have run entries here coming down towards, and would have got out like around this area or this area. This is just more this has a higher probability of playing out than you taking a sell below this area, 6 sells coming down. I mean, this is a more easy way of getting it in a trader, just to wait for a break of this range and take sells coming down. But this here has a higher chance of playing out because you know, like, this is your range from like last night, and you understand that a price will break this will come down to retest the lows again right here, right? And that's more like promise than you taking sells out of breakout in this area coming down. But I mean, obviously, sells would below there would make sense, and I'm probably gonna attempt it anyways. It's not like it's not gonna play out, right? It's just that this right here would be a
waiting
bit
for
more
like
cleaner.
closers. Yeah.
But yeah, if same thing for this now, I guess you can say it's the 1 hour, guys. If you look at this, you kind of have this range here in this area, and since price kind of, I guess you can say, if price were to come down and break the support and close below this area, then look left, we're kind of come back into this range, and we'll probably come down and fill it, and it's gonna be very clean. Look left, this is a very clean mirror candle here that you have on GJ, and you're gonna expect the same mirror on the other side as well. The only thing you have now is you have the last hour of the 4 hour candle. So I mean,
Last 30 minutes.
last 3 minutes of the 4 hour candle here. So but the 4 hour candle did fill this wick as expected, right? Remember, we said that's the first thing I said today. I'm expecting a 4 hour wick fill, and this wick came down to the T here perfectly.
Bro, I'm telling you, once the support breaks, it's done, bro. GJ finna get washed.
That's definitely gonna be a clip for YouTube later. I mean not for YouTube, for Instagram later, 100%. Very clean breakdown. Try to make a thing out of it. I think I broke it down at around 8:09 to be exact. 8:08. If you go back to 8:08 a.m. Eastern, at the bottom clock here, you guys will see where I kind of broke it down.
Yeah, it was 8:08 when I got into the trade.
Nice.
Yeah, because I thought you were saying this is where you're getting in, and I just hit the the sell button.
Man, it worked out, but it's a bit
Well, no, yeah, the candle wasn't actually closed, so no.
Yeah, because at any given, I mean,
You were saying
at any
that
given
it
point,
was-
like it could have still rejected because these wicks are right. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're lucky it kind of closed below, because that was I mean, once it closed below, the trade was valid.
And when I understood that you weren't saying that at that point get in, I brought my stop loss down to where I thought was acceptable to take a loss in the middle of that candle. Because I was like, oh, if it starts pulling back, I'm gonna get out the trade.
Yeah, like especially once it broke below like this area right here.
There it goes.
A waterfall for us coming down here. I mean, this right here, I'm not really gonna pay attention to. This is gonna be, it could come down here. It is what it is, even if it does come down. But I'm waiting for a closure below us here to take so much sales coming down here. That's what
I'm
for.
saying. Yeah, look at it. It's breaking through the area.
But if this candle here decides to like break past this 135, 550, then say goodbye, and you would have had no entry in this scenario here.
Why? But DJ, you got to die.
Yeah.
Previously I would have gotten in on the break of the bottom of that support there, as opposed to waiting till the candle to close.
Yeah. Here.
FOMO.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about right now. You
Oh,
see
here.
where it
Yeah.
broke?
This
Yeah,
is a
it broke
bad
through the
entry. This is a very bad
Yeah.
entry here.
I'm saying, like, when I first started trading,
Mhm.
when it broke that level, I was more or less taking a momentum trade where it broke through and it was heading down, and I was
Yeah.
trying to capture probably like a discounted entry by as soon as it broke through, that I was anticipating that it would continue down.
Yeah.
Which right now it is. Good Lord.
No FOMO, man.
Yeah.
I close it. Just like I close it because
Well, I mean,
it's
what would
maybe
happen?
like a liquidity rate.
Yeah, well,
you know?
what would happen a lot of time for me is I would take that trade and it would come down and then it would shoot right back up into the
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
Like,
Like,
yeah, because in the past, like, I mean, I guess you can say in the past, like, you would have got more off of, like, I guess you can say FOMO, right? And like
Yeah.
the reason why I'm saying like it's a bad entry here, because like this kind of here kind of just closed above this area here. But I mean, if you really have a lot of experience and you could anticipate these things to kind of form, and you've seen this in the past, especially here, man. Oh man, we're gonna continue down here. But I mean, with experience, you could attempt these type of entries here with experience, right? But that's all just with experience and just with a lot of practice within the markets, and it's take a lot of time. Like I got an entry earlier on GJ. I got around this area right here. From below, like once price broke below this wick here. This is my entry for GJ, and I took sells coming down towards the support down here because I understood that below the support here, this is no traffic here for me. I entered like slightly like right around this area, and took price coming down toward this area, and that was my sell that I got on GJ earlier, like around like 12 pips here, and that was just off of experience, right? And you can say the same thing for here, as we are breaking below this area here. This is that you really gotta manage your stops, and your stops is gotta be a bit different than just a 15-minute high or like whatever high. It just comes all off experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll say, like the play from here, this is level 2, right? Level 2 entry types. Level 3 entry types would have been right here. Level 2, level 3. I mean level 2. I mean level 3, yeah.
level 4 though.
Level 1 would be right here. This is level 1. This is just a simple breakout. If you're waiting for a closure, this is a simple breakout of range here. Tick sells coming down. That's level 4. But like yeah, there's levels to the shit. Right.
Yeah. But the super levels right here.
That's the gambling level. That's the level where you call tops and bottoms
No,
at.
because like right here, bro. Like this is it. Hold on, it's on the wrong thing. It's like so much rejection. So.
Well, so much rejections, but look what happened with so much rejections right here.
Yeah.
What happened here? Like this, like I think getting entry like at the top of this counter here is like calling tops and bombs, because that's what you're calling. You're calling a sell here just off of this resistance right here. You know.
Yeah.
But like waiting for a counter close, I think that would have been a better entry. Tick sells come down. I mean, you could have got entries there, I guess, but this is something that I don't really look towards at all. What's your stop loss? It was a 5-minute stop loss. I'm looking for another position though on GJ. That was my first one. I'm looking for another one, like if we close here in like 15 minutes.
You did take an entry?
Yeah, my entry was like around here.
No, I'm talking about just when we were going over
right here below 135, 765 here. I took it below once we broke below this area, right? This wick right here, this wick, and took profit around this area. That's my trade.
Oh, okay, because I didn't hear you. Did you call it, or you just saying that?
No,
you
I just
would
took it. I just took it because it was a lot more experience required for it. I didn't really want to share it with YouTube. How often do you use 5-minute stop loss? Sometimes I'll do it, but it depends. Like if I'm in like an original position, like it really depends, man. It really depends on the situation. Like in this situation, I just really with experience, man, I really understood that once price broke below this wick here, there was no going back. Like, it was just literally clean traffic coming down towards this area here. Because below here you have nothing but just a waterfall below here, and that's what I understood, right? So I just used my stops and put more aggressive entries, and took sales come down from here. That's around the 5-minute time frame. It requires a lot more experience, man. I'm I'm not really gonna. Yeah, where'd you first saw this? It was a 5-minute time frame. So I did.
Now you see how it's moving back into the range. I mean, coming back up to where the previous support was right there.
Yep. If we close here in a minute, you could attempt entries here. Stops are gonna be around 12 pips, and target's gonna be around 18 pips. Not bad at all for GJ. This is an attempt as I will take a second attempt there on GJ.
If it closes below the range.
135, 638. Yep.
I think we've still got some room to
A
go
lot
down
of
to
room, man.
545.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at 430. Yeah, around the area.
Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna have a section in the course. I think I'm gonna add to the it's called market mode, or I might even make another section for the course. And I'm gonna do a section where it requires a lot more experience. Like, I'll put a warning, like it watches if you've been through the course like at least 5 times, man, before getting to this level. Because
Master class.
that's like that.
Yeah, they should do that.
These entries here that I got today was just off of pure experience, man. Off of just seeing this move play out 1,000 times. Like I broke this move generally down, like as a fake out here, right? 85% chance of us filling the range here, 75% chance of seeing come down here. But I entered off of this and not just off of this closure here.
You should name it the Yoda class.
Yeah.
Anyone watch that Mandalorian?
Nah, I wanna watch it though. It looks cool.
I don't really watch. I haven't watched that show yet. I'm watching Prison Break right now. Great show.
Prison Break. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's a great show.
I'm actually, man. This is What did someone mention me in a comment? What is this? Oh hell no! Someone tag me to some controller FX page. Someone tag me to some. What is this? I don't even know what this is. What is this? Hold on. This is Someone's blessing someone with 20k apparently, and someone tagged me in it as a giveaway. Controller FX. Oh man. Alright, just kind of here. Let's see if it flips. Stops are gonna be around 15 for about 15 stops. Okay, I'm gonna attempt the entry here, guys. Once the candle flips bearish here. Once this current 15-minute candle flips bearish, I will look for sells coming down towards this area. This still a good entry? Yep. Once it flips bearish, yep.
I hate when people ask me to like get into trading, and then they get hella offended when I'm gonna just tell you straight ahead, you're gonna lose money in the way, but it's gonna be worth it. Then they be like, oh, never mind. I'm like, okay. Like, why ask in the first place? Like, with any investment, you're gonna lose money eventually, or sometime during it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then like he got hella offended. I'm like, all right, it's cool.
He thinks you're saying like he sucks, but during
No, yeah. Like basically, he was trying to say, oh, I think he's trying to.
You
type
telling
of
me?
like,
You telling me that I suck?
yeah, like he's just trying to like think like, oh, you don't think I'm smart enough to do it, or you don't think well I got. I'm like, I mean, I'm just telling you straight up. You got hella offended when I told you you're gonna lose money eventually, and like how fast you can make him lose money. Cause I never tell him the good side first. I tell him like the bad shit first, and then the good shit. Then he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I'm not forcing. I'm not judging.
The kid in Starbucks that I met that was watching me trade, I said he wanted to get into it. I was like, look, start up with a demo account, because if you go straight into it, start throwing live money, I said, all you're going to do is just burn it. You might as well just give it to me before you even put it in your account.
Yeah. Anyways, DJ, yeah, man, it's crazy out here. DJ is just last 15 minute of the hourly. Oh, it's gonna get wild.
Yeah, it's also the last 15 hourly. If this candle closes bullish, I will have sell stuff to the next 1 hour candle. This is the start of the play. This candle closes bearish here. Yeah, this is actually an issue here we have as well with GJ. We technically look in the 4 hour time frame. We can't just really tap like the support looking left here, right? So if we're tapping the support looking left here, we start to reject here. So I mean, we can start to pull back here and maybe start to close bearish, but maybe something like this on the 4 hour time frame. But wick, right? Because it has to leave a wick, right? So maybe it could be like this. So maybe we could start to close bullish here, and therefore the next 15-minute candle, once we break that low, we'll look to take sells coming down again. But if we do close above, like if you start to pull back here to close with a wick fill, then the next candle you could expect the same thing here, another wick fill to come down to fill that previous wick, right? But let's see how we close here. We have like 10 minutes left. A high chance it's gonna leave a wick here. High chance. Yeah. And that was the issue I mentioned earlier with this candle here. It's just that it's gonna be the last 30 minutes of the 4 hour candle. Man, 8:08 guys, go to 8:08 a.m. man. Go to 8:08 a.m. and you guys will see the breakdown of GJ from literally 135.982 coming down towards like 135.636, just to the T. Hey guys, remember that video, guys? I showed you guys about the wick fill. Like you see the video that's on my YouTube right now. That I put Lay's video wick fill. That, I mean, yeah, how wicks get filled. That post on Instagram. This post right here. You see this? Look what happened here. The same thing happened here on a 4 hour time frame on GG here. This is the okay. So look at this. This is a 4 hour time frame right here. This is a 4 hour candle. This one right here, right? This. Right here, that's the 4 hour candle. That's the wick fill candle, right? Look at that. That's a nice wick, right? But look what happened inside that wick fill. Why did it come down? Why did this candle come down to fill the wick, right? Go back on Instagram. I mentioned how this is a 1 hour candle, so in this case it's a 4 hour candle. There's 4 1 hour candles within a 1 hour candle, right? So look, go back on the 1 hour time frame. You're gonna see this. The last candle of that 4 hour candle closed bullish, therefore I left the wick fill to come down here, right? Remember? Go back on the Instagram post. What do you see here? The first 3 candles are bullish, the last one's bearish. Same thing here. The first 3 are bullish, the last one's bullish. I mean, the first 3 are bearish, the last one's bullish. And that's what left the wick fill on GG here, right? So now if you go to the next post here, what do you have here? How wicks get filled. You have a range being created, you have a resistance being created here on like the 4 times 15-minute candle, which is gonna be the 1 hour candles. And on the 15-minute candle, all price did was close bearish at resistance. Cool, right? Go back on the post, go back on the current market data. You have a resistance being created here. Boom. After the candle closed bullish, you then have a support being created. Boom. That's your range being created. That's your resistance being created right here. And what happened at resistance? Price came back into range, closed bearish, take sales coming back down. And now if you go back on a 4 hour time frame, what happened was the 4 hour just came down for the wick. And that's how wick fills got created here. And if you just refer this post here, that's what happened on the 4 hour time frame. That's how kind of that's what kind of moved this play. GJ here in the last hour or so. This is just a wick fill. This is just reverse from what we're talking about right now. Though this is bearish, right? This is a bullish, obviously. This is bearish, but overall it's the same thing. So you guys can refer to that post to see how price filled the wick there. Like, it's one thing, guys, to just say, oh yeah, price now fills wick here, price now fill that wick there, but it's another thing to really understand it. There's one way to say price is gonna reject off this area because this rejection in the past. There's another thing to say that why. Like, you obviously gotta ask the why to the things, right? So if you really dig deep into the candles and look at every single candle and look at the structure that happened within that range, in that area, you'll see the why things, and that's how I kind of got that wick filled in this case. I really had to sit back and just realize that why do people say why do people say there's a wick fill here when it doesn't make any sense, right? So that's why whenever people say, oh, done, the only thing this wick's gonna get filled from like August 25th, like 2018, I'm like, August 25th, 2018, that's irrelevant, man. How a wick can get filled from 2018 when the range was broken and we created multiple new ranges ever since then? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, there's no point of you saying a wick's gonna get filled right here when price is currently right here. Look at all the data you have after that. It doesn't make any sense at all, right? So you really gotta ask the why of things, and that's very key when it comes to trading. You can't just say there's a wick fill here, there's a wick fill there, there's this there without knowing what you're talking about. You really gotta know what you're talking about, and that would change a lot in the market. That would change your
Perception.
yeah, on the markets. Thanks for that word, Jimmy.
No problem.
Kind of lost it there.
Damn, that 30 flipped.
Yeah, we flipped. We should be coming up here, and same thing, guys. Same thing again, guys. What is it? We're at the last hour candle of the 4-hour candle. Therefore, look at this. There's a wick fill here, right? So you can expect the next 4-hour candle for GJ to create some type of wick here to come down, like so. All right. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen here, GJ.
So Don, you still would take an entry on the 15 or 30 minute when it turns bearish? I mean, on the 15 minute when it turns bearish?
What happened?
You will still take an entry on the 15 if it turns bearish?
If it breaks the low, yeah, if it comes down, break the low, yes, I would. I'll have sell stops. That's the start reply. Because then, because I'm expecting this next candle here to create that top wick before it comes down, right? So like this sell stop that I'm gonna have here is only gonna be valid if price decides to make a top wick before coming down. So maybe something like this, then it decides to come down. I'll take sells because it's a new forward candle, right? And we need a wick on a forward candle before it comes down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a new 1-hour candle as well. So yeah, any wick is valid, and therefore I will take sells coming down. Yeah, this is gonna be a very nice sell coming down here if we do break. But I need this one to close bullish. I really need to close bullish.
Like weak bullish though.
Well, any type of bullish doesn't really matter where. But as long as it's not like anywhere above like 135, 750, it's fine. Like anywhere from like 135, 700 to like 750 should be good.
As long as it's below like this 135, 650, then we straight. Wait. Rate cuts is tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Gonna be a little bit crazy tomorrow. I gotta wake up hella early. How do you think they're gonna look, Don?
I think they're expecting they're keeping the same rates most likely. Keeping the same rates. So, I mean, but what they're gonna talk about though is the first. It's gonna be the first speech since they went to lockdown. So they're probably gonna talk about the lockdown. Therefore, we're gonna continue further down for a day tomorrow.
Yeah, cause like, bruh, I said it like early this week. UK is gonna go back on lockdown, so it should be bearish. Like after it cuts.
Yeah, we should continue that down bearish.
Yeah.
Although it was a late stream today, guys, it was still a very informative stream, man. A lot of value to the stream.
I learned a lot of new things, man. Like that one play, I'm like, wait, what? Sir? Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Then like, bro, when I was on vacation, someone walked in on me trading. It's like, bro, you doing stocks? I'm like, hell no, bro. It's Forex, cuz. And then
I
like,
think you told me that at the gym. Right?
no. It happened while I was on vacation. And then like, bro, their face looked like a little kid when like they see candy for the first time. And we like, bro, what the fuck? How the fuck you do that shit so quick? I'm like, oh, I just got a good mentor that taught me how to do this, and then yeah. Then he's like, wow, bro, that shit's amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. I like not to bring race into it, but I just told like a lot of white people be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 flip bearish again.
Yeah, 15 foot bearish here. I
just
kind of
really
really
pretty
wanted to close
close.
bullish, man. Like I really wanted to close bullish, like at like 135, 600 above like 636, 6 self stops.
Yo, I've seen this candle a lot lately, but can you explain it for me?
What candle?
Straight, Jesus.
This one?
I can't adjust it. No, hold on. I'm finna draw it out. This looks like that. It just looks like a flat
OG.
upside down. Oh,
Meaning
yeah.
that nothing happened. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Ask the why things, right? Ask the why now. Why
Yeah.
did this happen? Look at where it opened. Where it opened. Right here, right? Where
Yeah.
did it close? Where's it gonna go and close? Right here. So
Yeah.
what did this candle do?
nothing.
Nothing.
Really.
So what do you do with the candle?
You just wait for the next candle.
You wait for the next candle, exactly. The candle did nothing. You can literally go take this candle and go block it out. Nothing happened. You can go off of this candle over here.
Yeah.
Guys, it's very important to ask the why of things, man. It's very important. Don't just be a sheep to the markets. Don't just be a sheep to what you hear this guru say, man. Understand the why to why they're saying it. If you hear guru just saying, oh yeah, there's gonna be a wickfill here from like October 5th, 2017 here.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm like,
there's
wait,
gonna
that
be a
makes no
support being
sense.
created here from like back in December 1999. You're like, why
What?
is that gonna happen though? Like, what's the reason to that?
Oh, cause I've been on charge for a few more years. I know more than you. That's what they're
Uh,
gonna say. Like
uh,
literally.
Just cause like cause I always been through like, you know, like,
And now
because
what?
the reason why like I didn't use fibs, another thing is cause like I always asked why what's the point of using fibs when I can literally use my own eyes? Like what's the reasonings? What's so special about 30.2 retracement that makes price goes up or makes price goes down, or about 6-1 or about a golden zone, whatever, right? Like what's
Yeah.
the importance behind it? If you were to
'Cause
go on your
literally,
charts here and draw those
It
levels,
is support and resistance.
it's literally just support and resistance. That's all that it is, man.
But if you want to make it a little bit more comfortable, colorful, then throw a fib on it.
Like
But
another
other
thing
than
is that
it's just
your support and resistance is gonna go with the live current candles, right? But a fib, man, a fib can show you a 30.2 retracement right here. It can be within the ranges, but when you just draw your support and resistance out, clear as day, like support, resistance, that's all you gotta do. You gotta have a fib on your chart. And look, if you were to draw my fib on my chart, you're gonna see what I mean. Let's go to the fib section. Go like here, for example. Let's say I draw a fib from like here to here. I guess this is a 50, right? But this is a 61.8. I mean, and now what people respect here is they'll expect price to continue to drive up here to tap this 30.8 retracement and then to come down, right? But if you look at it closely, what's at this 30.2.8? What's at the 30.2 retracement? What's at that level? Look closely here. What's at this level here? What do you have here?
bro, take
A
that off your screen, my
resistance here.
head's hurting.
You have a resistance here. So if you have a resistance there, then it makes sense to why the 30.2 retracement will continue back down, coming down towards this area, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why would you wait for that, a fib confirmation, when you just wait for your own eyes, wait for price to actually make a resistance there, then to take sales coming down? So like, my
eyes.
trading started changing when I really started to ask the why of things, than just to be a sheep and follow everything that I hear.
Mm. It's just
Don't be a
eyes.
sheep to the markets, man.
It's just eyes. That's all you gotta use. Eyes.
Eyes. Yourself.
Eyes
Your
and brain.
own-
That's all you gotta use.
Your own
eyes and big
judgment.
brain. Yeah.
I have one note that I posted. Oh, I threw it out a couple weeks ago, but this is one note that I've always kept since the first day I started trading, and that was use your own judgment. And that was the only note that I've kept ever since. Everything else I threw in the garbage. What I didn't need is irrelevant to me after. The only note that really helped me was use your own judgment. And another note that I'm gonna add to my books now is ask the why of things. I think that's a new saying that we're gonna have here. Ask the why of things.
Why? Why?
Today, I love your channel. Did not hear any swearing profanity. Much respect. Yeah, man. I try to
Sure.
keep it as clean as possible. Although these Jimmys here sometimes
Come on,
do get
dog.
out of hand, and I have
it
to
just
I have to
be
tell them to No, but I mean, yeah. I mean, when
Just be
they
slipping.
say it, I guess it comes out just natural. This is how they.
Nah, it
This is
just
the
slips
lingo.
out.
That's just how it comes out naturally.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're like.
That's not
literally, like-
natural. It just slips out.
Yeah, it slips out. That's what I meant. It slips out.
Yeah. But yeah, I usually don't curse like that. Just sometimes like when I'm in the mode or something, it just slips out. But yeah, 15 flipping bears. Looking to break that low on a 30. Then once it breaks that 30, fine.
This is how they operate. That's the word I'm looking for. This is how they operate. There we go. This is how Jimmy operates, you know.
Oh shoot.
No, yeah, I mean, I try to keep it as clean as possible, man.
I don't look up.
No dragon move today? The dragon move today? Nah, man. I think today you have let me look at this. I think today, what do my eyes see in this scenario? I think what do you guys see?
So
You were asked, have you seen
Oh,
have you seen the dragon move yet?
yeah. I seen like
Oh,
I think I seen.
How about
oh,
this?
you put it in the chat.
What do you see here? What do you see here? You know what I see here? I see Gary. You guys know who Gary is? Gary is the
The
snail.
snail.
So if you guys take a look at this, see a close
Take
look
a
at this,
lap
man.
for it.
What you have here is you have the snail here. So first you're gonna have, let's say you're gonna have the
Yang gang.
actually you have the camel toe today. So you got
Hey, Nicholas.
Whoa.
you got the camel toe here.
A camel?
What?
A camel, bro?
The camel.
Camel, yeah, you could say
Yeah.
camel.
You got the
Because,
camel here.
A lot of,
that's a
yeah.
little bit better.
Yeah. Anyways.
You got the camel here today.
Yeah, the camel for sure. Camel for sure.
You got the camel here today, guys. You got the camel.
I can't even hear you now.
There, yeah,
My
so you-
ears.
so
my ears.
You got
Cannot-
you
I
got
can't
you
even
got,
hear a word you said.
you got the camel here today, guys. That's what you got here today, right, guys? You got the camel here today.
Yeah, for sure. I dig it.
Oh, yikes.
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 Beep, beep, beep. Look at that.
YouTube censor you.
YouTube censor.
We
Shit.
caught that word.
Got that word?
It wasn't part of National Geographics.
If this streams are blow up to a point one day where people make fails on streams, man, I don't want to be part of that, right, guys? So what I'm gonna do is later, I'm gonna bloop that part out before someone clips it. Oh shit. Anyways, guys, that's what you have. You have the camel play. Oh damn, man. Oh man, guys. It's 9 a.m. Damn, it's 9 a.m. here. Damn, it's 9 a.m. I think, guys, I think today was just all experience, man. Today, if you show up to the charts every day from at the same time every day, 6:30 to 9 every day, you will understand why this move did what I did here. And that's why we kind of broke down. If you guys are new here, go to 8:08 a.m. man, and go watch the breakdown from there. Just watch it. It's just a beautiful breakdown. Probably one of my favorite breakdowns. I think if looking for sells here, guys, now, I think this forward candle here, we did close bearish here, bearish on bearish. We should continue down to fill the range, but I think what we're doing here is we're creating that top wick on GJ on the 4 hour time frame. So that, and since it's a new forward candle, it's starting to be a bigger wick than usual, than just a 1 hour candle, right? So maybe it could be at this resistance here, at these levels, or even at this resistance level, right? But who knows? I think we should wait for here is some type of bearish candle closing at resistance after we have a strong resistance being confirmed to take sells come down. I think that's what we gotta wait for. So maybe something like this can pop up here, obviously, right? And then you can expect us to continue going down from here at this resistance. Can I retest the lows again? Could expect this, right? And then take sells come down, obviously, later on. But I think you definitely need some type of resistance to be created here. Some type of range. Because if we're creating support at this level here, high chance where the next logical resistance is going to be at, that's probably going to be somewhere at this area, right? Or even at this area. So I'll stay away for that. Man, it's been a great day. I know we had a late stream today. It's been a pretty lit day. Everyone caught a piece of the pie here today on GJ. Everyone understood the breakdown. People caught what they caught. You know, overall, it wasn't that bad of a day. $23 pips, nice. Hey Sam, I guess you had a better day than me today. I caught 12 pips, you caught 23 pips.
I'm better than you.
Yep.
Make a lie.
Yep.
No, that was a smooth move, just going straight down. I was thinking about it. Could I have done anything differently to capture more? I'm not big on giving back what I make.
Yeah.
So at about 25, 26 pips, it started pulling back, and it kept trying to hit that area, and it was pulling back, and tried again, and it was pulling back. Finally, I just took profit. Even I was over 10, 12, 10, 15 pips. So I was like, I'm just going to take what I have and run. And
Yeah,
I
man.
guess, I mean,
In these conditions, that's how you got rocked, bro. You got to take it and run.
I could have just kept my stop at break even, or maybe even,
Yeah.
excuse me, 10 or 15 pips above my entry,
Yeah.
to secure at least 15 pips and just see what happens. I could have done that, but I thought what I did was good.
That's-
I didn't
That's
think it was
good.
going to go all the way down to
That's straight,
600.
Got it. You got it, man. It's just a hit
Well,
or run
overall,
market.
yeah, I mean, overall is a smooth trade.
Yeah, it's a hit or run market, bro. Once you get the hit.
No, cause on gold or US 30, I've had times when I was up 35, 40, 50 points, pips, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then it would come back at me, and I end up closing at 8 or 10 pips. And that's kind of a letdown when you're looking at 50 and you're trying to capture more.
Yeah.
And it just comes right back at you, and before you know it, you closed at half of where it was, or a third.
Yeah. It's about to be 9:30 opening. It's just gonna get insane, bro. Yeah.
Don, don't bully me for asking, but Jamie, how long you been training? I think you've been training for like about a year and a half. Yeah, a year.
Now he's gonna get bullied. Now
You
he's-
can ask.
now he's gonna get bullied. Just playing. I don't bully. It's messed up.
So clean, so smooth.
Yeah, man. It's been a year and a half.
Guys, man, I think, man, should I hop off here or should I stay a bit?
Might
You
as
should
well
stay a bit. You were
Stay a
late this
bit.
morning. Yeah, because we might get a move during this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
9:30
happy with
opening.
my results, with my performance today, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm more happy. Like, although I didn't catch an entry from where I kind of wanted to because the stops were way too big for me, although I didn't get entries from this candle here, I got entries from around this area, but I'm still happy that I broke down the play. I'm still happy here that I understood volume here, understood the difference between this candle here and these candles rejecting this support here. If you guys understood this today, leave a like on the stream, man, because this was a huge turning point.
Knowledge bomb. Yeah.
Very key here, man. Very key to understand this. Very key.
Bro.
There's one way to say price will reject this, price will reject this, price will
You ain't
reject
that
that.
top weight.
But there's another way to understand what would happen if we were to actually close in a specific way, right? Anyone, like, another person would say, would have just been like, oh yeah, we came down here in the past before, but we're probably gonna reject it, right? But there's a difference between the time that we're coming back here now than these wicks right here. There's a huge difference, right? And that's because we actually closed below this area. And that's why, guys, it's so important to really drive support and resistance off of bodies and not wicks. Because wicks can do whatever they want to do, but bodies will close in a specific way. For example, if I delete my chart here, you see these wicks here? These wicks here? Boom. Look at where they came down to versus where they closed. They all closed in a specific area, and that's right there. That would now become my support. Same thing for these wicks here. Where have they closed? Where have they wicked up to compared to where they closed? Right? In this case, they wicked up to these areas here, but they all closed up below this area right here. So therefore, this is my resistance. And what happened when price broke above that resistance? This candle here actually closed above it. Instead of like rejecting it, it actually closed above the entire area, closing strong bullish. That was an indication for our next candle to drive up here. Look left. That was clean traffic coming up towards this area. And that's what happened there, right? But obviously that's the why of things, man. It's very important.
That's the why.
Yeah. That was the number one thing today. Something new that I never talked about too. Really asking the why of things. Because a lot of mentors and gurus out there, they can say things, but they'll know, like, if you ask them why, they'll be like, oh yeah, because it's for example, if you ask them about like a fib, they'll be like, oh yeah, but it's just a 38.8 fib. It will bounce to a 38.8 fib, but why? Like, what's the reason to the 38.2 fib retracement or the 61.8 retracement, right?
Or yeah, I use this
strategy. Be like, oh yeah, it'll bounce off a trend line. Well, what's in that trend line? What's the reason behind the trend line? Oh, it'll bounce off the pivot point. Well, what's in that pivot point? What's the reason to that pivot point? What's in there in the pivot point, you know? And you really gotta ask the why to like everything that you do in the markets, man. And if it doesn't make sense, then why are you doing something that doesn't make sense for yourself?
Alright, these candles looking dangerous, man.
To spot the move, is it more visible on the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame? No, it depends on the scenario. Today I use the 15-minute time frame because usually I use like 30-minute, 1 hour time frame, but today I use a 15 just because the ranges were a bit bigger today. Today you had a bigger range. I thought this range here was like around 10 pips, but this range was around 30 pips, man. So I definitely had to use a 15-minute time frame. If it's a smaller range, like let's say a 15-minute range, I'll probably use a 30-minute or the 1 hour. Alright, so GJ forward candle here has made a top wick, obviously. If you're looking for sells, I think, man, we are closing bullish here as support. We did make us some minor support here, right? But look where we closed. We have respected the support. So if we actually close up below this area, then you can look for sells coming down. Maybe that's the next 15-minute candle, right? But I mean, another thing that could happen in this case is since we are closing below this area, right? Because this candle did close bullish, right? Creating support, but it still closed below this overall 1 hour support here. So if this next candle here, this bearish candle here, this 15-minute candle, decides to come down and break this next 15-minute low, high chance we're going to continue down to fill the entire range. Very high chance. Then you can have self stops in this case. All that's at current candle wherever the top wick is, right? If it breaks this low. Because we are still kind of respecting this resistance here at 135, 630 here to FNGJ. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna look for. Overall, not so bad of a day. Not bad at all.
Now, the higher candle provides better confluence, though.
Yep. But the small time frame will lead to the bigger time frame, right?
So what?
The small time frame will lead you to the bigger time frame. So in this case, if you go on the 15-minute time frame and you've seen how the 15-minute time frame going back to this, we closed very strong bearish at resistance, and you can now identify this as a fake out play because we cannot broke back into this range here, right? We closed above. You were looking at buys, buys, buys. We came back in a range, closed below. High chance we're going to continue to come down, right? 85% of that chance of us coming down, and a 75% chance of us continuing further down. So if this is the case, and you're expecting price to continue to come down here towards this support at 135, 638, now you gotta think to yourself, how will that look on a 4-hour time frame? Go on a 4-hour time frame now, on a higher time frame, like you said, and a 4-hour time frame now has filled that wick on a 4-hour time frame. And now if looking for entries, I think now that the 4-hour candle has closed bearish below the range, now we have a higher indication that we're going to continue further down here, coming down towards this next support at 135, 433 here. And the like I said, the small time frame will lead to the bigger time frame. But you gotta look in advance all the time, right? Today was Big Brain Movement Day, you know, guys? Big Brain Movement Day.
Big brain.
200 IQ play today, you know.
Oh wow.
Take that. Big brain.
It's all about the big brain.
No, yeah, we don't ban. Like, we ban you if you like really spam chat with like things that are not legitimate. Things that just it's a waste of time. Like if you ban us just for saying, for example, like you spam like, oh, join this channel, join that channel, yeah, we'll ban you. Or
trolling
promote,
questions.
or troll, yeah. So yeah.
So why didn't you take the trade way down here instead of at this point?
Why didn't you catch it all the
Why
time?
didn't you sell all the way at the top, bro? Why didn't you buy all the way at the bottom, bro?
Why didn't you
Fucking
get
trash,
the discount,
bro.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, those
LP
questions,
gets a discount.
we'll give you the boot, 100%.
Sharif, I see you on camera. What's up, bro?
Oh man, it's just enjoying life right now, man.
Yeah.
Burn his penthouse suite.
I'm not. Is he on camera? I can't see.
No, he was. He
Oh.
had
He
got a flowing beard and his glasses on.
Yeah, he was just smoking the big doinks, you know.
Hey,
Big doinks.
Zerx, you're right, man. You're right. Whenever you don't ask the why things, man, and you ask them why is the 61.8 you're tracing so important, man? Why? What's so special with the golden zone? They'll be like, it's because it's the golden zone. It's because it's the golden zone. Their source will be, bro, just trust me, bro. That's
Hey,
their source.
it'd be like those fake stories, and then it'd be like source. Trust me, bro.
What
Trust me,
seems
bro.
to happen though is a lot of the people that use some of these indicators and so on and so forth,
Yeah.
and no digs against people that use indicators,
Nothing at all.
they
Nothing at
actually
all.
don't have a good reason. They just heard from someone else use Fibonacci's at 70 something something something, 36 something something, and that's it. Or use RSI and use this and use that.
I still use
They
RSI.
really can't tell you what is the purpose, the design, and the function of that indicator.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
15-foot bearish.
guys.
So
Look at this post, and tell me another person in this industry that's broken down in wickfills like this. You will never find it. I promise you, you will never find it. I promise you. This is something that I've spent hours of my life looking at and trying to figure out why wicks get filled, and this is why. But I promise you, you can go anywhere else and you will probably not find it. Oh look, my girl's in the chat. What's up?
Aww.
Oh, GJ is breaking the
Aw.
lows here, guys. We're gonna continue down here, man. Oh man.
Are you taking it?
You guys can take it.
So we play on the 15.
This is started playing the 15-minute time frame, man. This is started playing the 15-minute time frame. High chance we'll continue down here towards the support. 135, 433 here.
That's love.
Don is on a roll today.
Yeah, man. It's been showing out today. He shoot it from the.
I think because
deep
I had an extra hour of sleep or something. Because I slept in a little longer. That's why.
Yeah.
I think, man, I said I go
My
bed
boy
an
was
hour
doing too
earlier or
much
something.
burnouts.
Because I
My
like
boy
today.
is-
Today was a good day.
Yeah, my boy is doing too much burnouts.
Excuse me
Last
for 1
night.
second. Don, you said down to where? 135.
135, 433.
Sheesh. To the sea, bro.
Gonna take what's up. No, I'm probably gonna call it a day. With my one trade only. To be honest, I couldn't really get in this. I didn't have sell stops placed there. So if I get in now, it's too late, obviously. And yo, Jimmy, this is an example of why I use sell stops. Because if you were to market execute as you broke the low here, you would have missed like that precise entry. You know what I mean?
Nah, I got it on 5 though.
Yeah. No, like around yesterday. How you
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Like in this case, I don't use sell stops in this case because if I knew that I market execute it, I'm probably gonna miss the move.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just cause like my finger is like I'm so used to like moving quick on the screen.
Yeah.
And that's why I use market X more. I don't know. It's like
I know why I use market X more.
Yeah. Yeah, but never again in my life will I use a limit ever again. I don't care how good the setup looks, how good I analyze. No more limits, stops. I'll use that every now and then. But market X is my thing. Man.
Hey, this is called seller replay, guys. Right here, seller replay. The seller replay right here. You should copyright the wickfill. Yeah. This is something you will never find. You will never find this anywhere. Do your
bro. You should do the watermark
100
thing,
hours
bro.
of research, whatever it is you want to do. You will never find this exact explanation here of why wicks get filled.
Bro, you should watermark. You should delete it and then watermark it and then re-upload it again, just in case if anyone tries to steal it. Do the drip.
Nah, I'll leave it. If the day comes, then the day comes. But I mean, I'm
gonna
here,
get sued,
I'm here
bro.
to provide free value, anyway. So I mean, that was free.
Yeah, freebie. Oh.
No, you didn't say 135 400, did you?
Yeah, 135, 430. That's my next level here. 433. That's clean traffic coming down here.
Oh, 135 430.
Yeah.
That's only. Then I got a bad entry because I'm at 135 511.
If you guys are in it, I'll look to move my stops to break even. I'll take profit right here. Actually, call it a day. Take profit right here and call it a day. There it goes. Target's been tapped, guys. Congrats to all that caught sells here for GJ. Congrats. You guys did good today.
And now?
Back to our sponsor.
And now we are gonna get to a very rangy area. Well, let's see here.
Because this is about to be open. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm 10 pips.
Now call it a day. Close out your here and call it a day, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Call it right. Call it a day. If you attempt to run it, where's it gonna go though? You know.
Yeah.
Because look, we're tapping down towards the day support here. The 4 hour is currently at support as well. Just take profit right here, man. Call it a day. Forget what happens after this. Continue on tomorrow. There's no point of you holding and taking a chance that we're gonna break the daily lows because this is a pretty heavy data support here that you have on GJ. So
2 trades, 2 wins.
Yep. Hey, Wixline, you caught it? I know he was talking about.
I caught that so.
So I got in at.
Oh, don't insult me like that.
No, sure. I got in at 135 511, out at 135 419. So right at 10 pips,
Yeah,
or 9.8 pips.
I got a little bit of early entry. So I got 2 positions for 11 pips.
Hey, if you guys go back to the YouTube video, you guys go, if you whoever that's new here, if you guys go back to literally like I think right here in this area, around this right here, we drew this kind of out already. We drew this out. We planned this trade already. It's not like it wasn't planned, right? We kind of drew this kind of out. We said how if this kind of were to come down and break to this low, you have the seller replay and you can take sell stops below there. And I gave you guys the entries. I just didn't take it because I wasn't really paying attention at the time when price kind of broke down. It was too late for me to enter, but yeah. Overall, probably my favorite stream, one of my favorite streams here today. I'm gonna call it a day though, guys, to be honest, because it's gonna be a bit ranging now in this area, and it's nothing that I'm gonna look towards. If there is a move, it's gonna be a very late move. But I don't think we'll get a late move just because we gotta move earlier pre-London and we gotta move during NY session, right? So I think it's good to call that a day here and just come back tomorrow to your charts. And tomorrow's gonna be a very volatile day, 10 times way more volatile with the rate interest
results
rates.
coming today.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Have you ever added memory to your computer?
I built my PC, yeah. So you can say yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, have you upgraded memory before?
No.
Does it make a real difference?
Memory or you mean storage?
no memory. I'm like my laptop is 8 gigs. RAM memory.
Yeah, it's easy.
And
Isn't it just like a click? You click it in. That's what I did.
No, I'm just saying, like in terms of performance, have you ever noticed a greater difference
Whoa.
in terms of performance? Because I'm adding another 8 gigs to mine today, and I'm wondering if it was well. It's only $78, so I'm just wondering.
I don't know. I never upgrade my stuff, but I'm pretty sure it will somewhat make your computer more productive, I guess.
Yeah, because my games, like right now, I got a meter, and it shows like I'm always at like 85, 92% RAM usage, and I always have to release RAM. And I'm wondering if that'll take care of that, so I can open up more windows.
You have a computer or you have a laptop?
I have a laptop.
Oh,
not a
okay.
desktop.
I don't know. I have a computer, so I don't know. I'm not sure how. Like,
Desktop.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's still rolling. Look at it.
You should definitely have more viewers, quality stuff. Yeah. I mean, we just started streaming about March, April. It has been a year or so. I mean, let's see how everything goes next year, guys. But aside from that, man, I appreciate everything that shows to the streams every day. If you guys tune today's streams, man, I appreciate you guys. Leave a like if you guys haven't yet. Subscribe if you guys are new. Go share a stream. Go post on Instagram, whatever it is. And I appreciate everyone, alright, guys. But I'm gonna call that a day here, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Peace.
Don't be late.
I won't be late.
Later.
100%.
Whoever comes late, you'll just play.
Yo, it's late. You know I gotta stick to my roots. I
Later.
still
All right, guys.
Hey, it was hell in the projects. I survived the storm. Got brothers in the sky, they die for they born. I know the worst conditions make a champion. Look at my eyes froze like a mannequin. I'm underwater like I'm swimming and panicking. Body bag, sealed up like a laminin. The only solution for my ops is to stay inside. How your niggas say they rock, but they don't slide, cause we was hopping out in hey, serving beans in the hallway. From Medellin to the morning, hope I don't wake up tomorrow. Hey, we was the type of niggas that arrived around. I'ma make the chopper scene like yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey, the chopper scene like hey, survived in the trenches, I'm a war. Hey, had to slide on the sliders, that ain't no. Hey, like the mob ties in Houston, we got ragtied. I pray the Lord forgive me the day that I got bad patterns. Cause I'm a cushion sticky every time a car passing by. I don't wanna be Ricky or another bit of a homicide. Cause I know the soul never dies. I make the call fly. Bitch, I'm a wave roll tie. Bullets at your face, both ties. My beside they got a tongue tie. I was taught that the legends never die. When the time gotta let the live fly. Yeah. Why? Cause I'm a war, baby. Most dramatic stress, I know the war changed me. Had to bend back, but they could never break me. Had to slide, we was hopping out in broad day. Hey, serving beans in the hallway. From Medellin to the morning, hope I don't wake up tomorrow. Hey, we was the type of niggas that arrived around. I'ma make this have a scene like yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey, the chopper scene like hey, survived on the trenches, I'm a war, baby. Had to slide on the sliders, that ain't normal, baby. What you say? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. One more time, sing it. Yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. I'd like to thank 1500 and us. I'd like to thank motherfucking Nipsey Hussle.